Hello, it's Brett here. First World of Tanks live game stream. Thought I'd just catch up with you guys again and see what I can bring to the table. If you're watching this, you should know this game by now. If you don't, it's a free to play. I'm not endorsing this game, but I just thought I'd let you know. History researched skirmish kind of game where there's three modes and all varying tanks up, from pre-war to after the war. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about that because, as I said, if you know, you're watching this, you should know what I'm talking about. I'm not here to do a review today because I thought I'd keep my first few videos short and concise, and maybe just have a couple of battles and see my views on the tanks that I own at the moment. As you can see down the bottom there, 2 tier 6s and the rest of them 4s and 3s. So they're all interesting, but I did start this game on patch 7. It's patch 8.7 now, so that's quite a wee way, quite a long time ago. I had a computer that didn't run this particularly well, and so I've had this computer, my laptop, for about a year or so now, and got back into things, so I've had a lot of fun with that. So yeah, it's been good. So hopefully I can talk about things. Let's get started. I think we'll start with my favourite wee tank, tier 4 American tank destroyer, the M8A1. Bit of few ups and downs with this thing. I've had to learn quite a drastic new strategy, I think. You do treat it a bit like how it looks, the wee M3 Sherman, with a tier 5 gun on it. Massive damage for what it is. 94 maximum, but it does about 75-80. Gets through the front of a KV-1 with no discretion, no questions asked, so that's very handy when you're coming up in tier 5 matches against heavies. Huge rate of fire, 24 rounds per minute. That's about 2.5 to 3 second reload, which is great. Turret traverse is only 18 degrees, which, well, it's got a turret and a tank destroyer, which is not your common, like the tier 6 Russian, which I've got here, the SU-100. As you can see here, no turret at all. But that's a different story. Open top, so if you've got artillery firing at you, high explosive shells going there and kill all your crew, which is not good, but I haven't had that experience, so I couldn't tell you. High top speed, almost 60 k's. That's very good for a tank that's not meant to be that mobile, but good for changing directions and good for open maps where you can avoid fire, which going back to the armour is rubbish. 29 mils on the front and sides and 25 on the back, which is not going to save your life. If you're getting a shot at, they're gonna go through like a hot knife through butter. So yeah, it's not going to do anything for you. But 265 hit points is fairly low for a tier 4 tank destroyer. I don't have any others at the moment, but I can reference the T40 and which has got 275, and I'm pretty sure the SU-85B's got 275 as well, so it's low, but not too low, only about a shot off. You're dying anyway, so that's not going to be much of a problem. Crew, I don't have it in 100% yet because I just transferred them from the T28, so I had to retrain them for that, which was about 85-90% for them, and I had to bring them back down, so I don't have any crew skills on them. It's pretty much maxed out. Got the top engine and the tracks, not the radio, because I find with radios, I don't bother really kind of upgrading them, because if you go here, 9,000 XP, I know they go all the way up to tier 10 if you're researching that same radio, but I thought, well, yeah, I never got into the situation where someone's got that far ahead of me that I haven't been able to lock on to the target for that period of time anyway, so maybe I'm screwing over my team here, but let me know if you think it's a very good idea and it's worth my grinding on these low tiers to actually get a decent radio. But if you upgrade it maybe to the next step, I might consider doing it. But especially at low tiers as well, when they've got no radio and you have to rely on signal flags, so I suppose that's a good idea to do that. But might have a couple of battles here, and close her up and post one maybe next week. Okay, let's have a look. Tier 6 match. I do have XCM stat, by the way. There is lots of videos about how to get this, and I learnt that off another video. So it just basically tells you what percentage of battles you've won and how many battles that player has had. So it's good to letting know what kind of team you've got and how they've kind of played out their career in this game, I suppose you can say. I don't know this map particularly well. I'm not very good with maps, so don't ask me if I'm any good on any others. I just kind of go with how everyone else is going, and so tier 6 match, so see what we can do here. So I normally rush off with the lights, but I think this one is good for camping in the city. We'll see what we can do about that. There's a T-49, my friend, my tier 5 tank destroyer that is after this one, and he's kind of doing the sprint, which is probably not a good idea. He's being a bit of an idiot. Actually. Man, the leopard's already over there. That's just mental. It's good scouting for us. He's just dead. Let's see what we can find. Nothing can find here yet because they're all over the other side of the hill. Good gun depression on this thing, which is always a bonus for going over ridges. Seem to be losing quite considerably, which is not good. Oh, we're dead now. And that's that, pretty much. Especially when I've got a team like this. Another problem, problem I have with this game is that, I mean, there's not a lot of people who kind of get their idea of working together very well. Which is what this kind of game is about, really. Kind of cooperativeness and kind of working as a team instead of individual players, which I've always found a problem with this. Some games you got lucky, but only if they're very good players, and that's the problem. You know, you get the good ones that always win the matches, and sometimes you're stuck with just idiots. But that team wasn't too bad. They seemed to be the ones that have been alive haven't really been hit, so that's always a bonus. But you know, and we've got 2 more people to go. That's the end of the match. Only had 172 damage in that game, which wasn't incredible, I suppose, especially for a loss. We'll move on for that one. You do get a lot of games like that. You get streaks of them, and you can finally find one that you win, and you do well. Or most of the time, actually, you win a game, but you've died, and you get double XP for winning, and then you get you're 30% more for being a tank destroyer, and then you get more XP for winning, and it's just like, what was the point of winning that match when you're dead? So, I don't know. Right, another tier 6 match on Highway. So, have to have a look at that. Once again, I've found going over the bridge on this map good, especially with a line of heavies going over there, because even artillery has a bit of a pot shot. But so we'll see if we can head over there. There's a max out ARL. I've got an ARL in my garage, but he's got the DCA 45, which is always a bonus. So one thing I didn't realise about that tank actually was that the DCA 30 has got 130 mils of penetration, which is not a heck of a lot. There's the ELSA MX. You gotta play that tank like it's not a tank, because otherwise you get shot dead very, very quickly. Following this VK Tiger P. Get a pot shot on this T150. The mortal enemy of Tog. If you don't know about the Tog, you've got problems, I think. Ooh, that was a lucky shot from the SU-100. 31 health left. Still tend to be losing. Alright, heading off the bridge after a couple of bounces from the KV1S. Alright, so even numbers at the moment. 8788. Fast speed tank's good for negotiating your way around the field. 31 hit points. I have to be careful here though. Artillery is dead on their team, so could it be helpful? Four tanks left. 5 tanks left. 250's dead. Ah, PZ4 got me. Oh well. He knew where I was, I think, so. Did get 70 odd damage on that thing. Oh, I've got a huge team over the back side of the map. They're going to be dead. I only got one shot in that game that did any damage. I did some good spotting though. Might have this one in the bag. PZ4 heading over to base. Birch gun, based on the Vickers Mark 1. Which two other things it does have a turret though, which is helpful. Artillery got him. He's obviously very skilled, having 56% in the air of his battles won. Capturing base. Ooh, 2 people on cap over there, and 1 person on cap on our base. Ooh, someone's killing him. M3 Lee. Oh, the reset cap. Oh, where's the Churchill going? To our cap. Oh, onto their cap. They're not going to make it there in time. We have lost this match. Yep, there we go. Oh, well, that was almost a win. One last one and I'll wrap it up. Another tier 6 match. God, they're just put premium to tier 6 matches tonight. Oh well, that's alright. Not too many tier 6s though. You need 2 on each team, it looks like. 1 on the other team. But no artillery, it looks like, which is interesting. Oh yeah, that's right, yeah, the right. Rushing off the light tanks, see what these guys are doing. Oh, there they go. Oh, there we go, dead already. Bit of a hack with that Matilda. Tier 4 British light tank. It's not really a light tank. It's too fast for too slow for a light tank, I should say. The problem is with that is if you're in a tier 4 match, especially, you can't actually penetrate the front of that tank. It's got 71 mils of armour at the front, and most tier 4 guns, unless you're a tank destroyer or artillery, you might have a bit of a chance, but actually only have around 50 to 60, at late 60s, maybe early 70s, without premium ammo. So if you, I've seen a live stream with these guys, just in a junior tank company, just 4 or 5 of them just in a row, just rocking up to the enemy, and because only junior tank companies can only have up to tier 4 tanks, and yeah, you can't actually win. The other team can't, so that's interesting, very interesting. But it does look like we are losing. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. Well, this is going to be an absolute annihilation from the other team. 5 dead and on their team, and 12 on ours. So well, here we go. 5 PZ4 left on our team, and he's on. Yep, and that's it. Well, that's the problem with the matchmaker, is that sometimes it really just screws you over, and you've got no chance of actually doing anything. That's my first video. Hopefully it may have been informative, it may have put you off the game, it may have learnt something, but I will be posting weekly, but it won't be just about this game. I just thought I'd do one about the game and have some news about other things in there, with other commentaries I'll have. I've got various other games, Halo, Need for Speed World, Dota, and more that I can do some commentary, but that's for other later down the track. Yeah, just if you want to read my introduction to what I want to do here, then feel free. And yeah, just have fun on the battlefield.